Welcome back to Chickadees 3. Today I was just going to show you how I organized the Timberdoodle curriculum and things that we purchased to start homeschooling our kids in August. It's right here by our front door. We live in a trailer right now because we're building a house. So once you come in the front door, I have a little thing here. It's a little owl thing to hang our keys on. And then I just have this shelf that I got from my cousin. And you have to excuse all this mess over here. This is a chandelier for the living room, light for the dining room, the foyer, just a mixture of things for our house that we're building. Okay, so back to the tour of how I organized how I tried to organize the homeschooling stuff. Back to this shelf. I got this shelf, like I said, from a cousin, and I put gray, if you could see it right here a little bit. Try to zoom in a little. I put gray and white chevron or zigzag, whatever you want to call it, contact paper back there. And then I also covered this box down here in contact paper. It's not completely covered, but it does the job. Okay. So we're going to start at the top. At the top I have a little bucket that used to be in my daughter's room, and I just put some vinyl letters on it that says chalk. And it's got chalk, and then it's got some little washcloths, some little character washcloths that I get down every once in a while. And my kids, I'll just show you over here past all this junk. There's a chalkboard there that I got from a friend. And then I needed somewhere to put our extra blankets, and my daughter is not in her crib anymore. We took the railing off, and I just turned it sideways and set it up there by these candles and this picture there. Leaned it up in the corner, and I'm using it as a blanket rack. But anyway, so they color with the chalk on this chalkboard. So back to the the shelf at the top. In these bins, I got these bins. They're kind of flimsy. One of them's broken, but I've got it turned around so you can't see it. But I got these bins at the Dollar Tree, and I mean, even though they're kind of thin, they still do the job. I'm thinking what we're going to do is I've got each bin has a different subject, or most of them have different subjects. And I'm just going to take out, like, let's say this one is mathematics. You can see it says mathematical reasoning, and it's got my son and both my daughters' things in here. This is for my younger daughter to be doing while we're doing the older kids' work. In this next one, there is more math games and things like that in here. I don't know if I moved my hand, but this Cuisinart rods came with the Timberdoodle set for one of my kids. And this next one is also math. So basically this whole shelf, except for this box right here, and this is some painting thing that they got from Timberdoodle. It's just some little pages, and it comes with these little liquid paints and a dropper or whatever. But anyway, the next shelf is the next bin is language, and I've, like I said, for the same thing for math, for language, I've got some ABC puzzles that came with my daughter's things. I've got a Melissa and Doug set of ABCs and 1, 2, 3's magnets that they can do on the refrigerator that's that way. And then they also got these things called boogie boards with their with what we ordered from Timberdoodle as well. And then the next bin has let's see, what is this? I'm gonna have to get some labels, that way every morning or evening when I'm getting everything out, I can just kind of glance and know exactly what I need. But this is like science, and like this is it says exploring creation with zoology, so stuff like that. And then this next one, we've got a Robotis kit. I'll show you. A Robotis Dream. That's for my son. And then there's other kind of just learning things for my younger daughter. I put some of the things from Timberdoodle in separate little bins. But that's for my 2-year-old. And my son's Robotis thing is on top. So while he's doing that, she could be doing the other. And come down to the next shelf, and we have history. And obviously, we have history for the oldest child, middle child, and then the youngest. I'm sorry. The youngest child has it's just a castle book, but I figured that went well with the history. And then while they're doing their history, I've also got some rhyming puzzle things in here for her to work on that. We have our readers stacked in here, which I need quite a few more, but this is a few. It's got, the thinner books. Then move to this bin. It's got their Bibles, and then it's got geography, and it's also has some books that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. There's a Miracle of Jesus one. There is the story of David, and then the story of creation. And obviously they can learn with their Bibles, but that's what's in there is geography and then Bible study kind of stuff. And this last bin right here has it's phonics and spelling, writing, and things like that. And same thing, just as the other ones, it's got all 3 kids in one bin, so that I can just pull that out and we can all work together on the same subjects, of course, in their age group. The last shelf is not really that organized, but it's just gonna have to do. Like I said earlier, we live in a trailer, and we don't have a whole lot of space, so I figured this used to be just where I had some of their toys, but like I said, we decided to homeschool and I needed somewhere to put everything. So this is a science kit that came with my 2-year-old's Timberdoodle curriculum. And then these books in this bin are just my books that I'm going to need. Let's see, I'll show you. Like this is the test practice for my daughter. See, it says grade 1. This also came with their boxed curriculum. But all of those are going to be in there, just my books that I need, my guides and all that good stuff. And then I've got a little thing, like a little pouch that's got stickers in it so that I can, when I grade their work, Noah, get down, I can put stickers on their papers and things like that. Also in this box is, watch out, babe, is another bin. I believe I got this from the Dollar Tree as well. And it's just a little bin that's going to have right now it's got a couple of erasable color pencils, a stapler, just pens, and a couple of pairs of scissors, pencils, highlighters, pencil sharpener, things like that. So I figured we could keep that in there. So that goes back in there. And then this is just another thing that came with my 2-year-old's curriculum that we ordered. And it's just going to stay right in here. It kind of fit perfectly, actually. I'll show you this right quick as well. My husband put these up here. Before we decided to homeschool, we had, our kids went to public school, obviously. And we put hooks there so that they could hang their book bags there. And it was low, and we only had 2 kids in school at the time. So I thought that was a neat thing, but now we don't need it, so I may try to find something else to put on that hook. My girls are playing dress up, so I'll show you them real quick. That's Noah. We hadn't had our hair fixed or anything today, and there's Anaya. She's dressed up like Elsa. So, anyway.
I'm dressed up like Anna.
You're dressed up like Anna? Okay. Anyway, that was my little tour of how I organized our homeschooling things. I hope you enjoyed it, and if we change anything and when we move into our new house, I'll show you what we do differently next time. Can you say bye, chickadees?
Bye, chickadees. Bye.